I feel very lucky to have been invited in as the director of the last three of these films. It's been probably the most creatively fulfilling time in my life. I mean, it's a great set of stories, a great set of characters, a great kind of visual palette I get to play with. But I think more importantly, there are really interesting ideas. And so to be a part of a series that is so popular, but you can make movies about real themes and important themes is really exciting to me. And on a secondary note, to work with this group of people, this cast, has just been incredible. Sure. I think this is the chapter in the series that kind of gives the entire series its meaning. This is one where we finally get to explore the real themes of conflict and the consequence of war and violence, and we really see the loss and see the damage done, and we see the power struggles. It's the one that finally concludes. And so we really had to focus on seeing the history of the journeys and the dynamics of the relationships and see them all pay off. And it was real fun, but a bit of a challenge too. I think with each movie that one makes, and with each of the Hunger Games movies, there's always new challenges. When we did Catching Fire, it was challenging to figure out how to shoot in the jungle and pull off some of those things. I think with this film, the most challenging sequence was probably a sequence in the sewers underneath the Capitol, and we had built this maze of sewers, and it was very claustrophobic, and it was really dark, and there was water everywhere, and we had heated the water, so it was really humid, and there was a lot of fire and a lot of smoke, and so myself included in the cast, we were all quite miserable for about 3 weeks shooting the sequence. Very happy with it, but very challenging. Yeah, I mean, one of the great things about this movie is that the cast sort of kept building, but then everybody kind of carried through up through this last movie, and there was just a camaraderie with everybody. I've never experienced it before where there's really truly such a chemistry between actors, so that people are really hanging out all the time offset and having a great time together between takes. And so to sort of carry that through and shoot these movies so close together was really gratifying. I think if anything, ideally they have an emotional, thrilling experience, just movie going experience, and they're entertained. I think if they're about going to think about anything, for me, it's to be careful of conflict, and it's not to stay away from it. Sometimes conflict is needed, and sometimes revolution is needed, and it's important to know that even a solitary voice is powerful and important, but that there needs to be real thought placed into those decisions, because when you go into something like that and enter something like that, there's going to be consequence and there's going to be loss.